Welcome to From Manuscript to Marketplace in 5 Simple Steps. I'm Tara Alamany.
And I'm Mark Gerber. We're here to talk to you today about how to take your business building book from the written page and turn it into a tool that will actually build your business. Stick with us for the next several minutes and you'll understand the 5 simple steps needed to create an effective book you can use to generate more leads, create more exposure for your business, and ultimately generate more money.
If you're on this webinar, I don't think we need to convince you that books are powerful things. Some business authors treat them like glorified business cards, but there's so much more that you can do with them than that. Used properly, a successful book enables you and your business to make a greater impact while positioning you head and shoulders above your competition. And when that happens, that attracts more opportunities, translating into greater revenue. At the end of this webinar, we'll be giving you an opportunity to speak directly with us about your book and the impact you want to make.
First though, who are we and why should you listen to us? Well, let me introduce Tara Alamany. Tara is often asked to speak at author and publisher conferences because of her experience and expertise as both an author and a publisher. Her book, The Plan That Launched 1,000 Books, is a recognized reference that clearly explains the publishing process and all that's involved in a successful book launch.
And my partner, Mark Gerber, has been an illustrator and designer for over 30 years. During that time, he's worked with all the major book publishing companies in New York City, including New American Library, Penguin, Ballantine, Berkeley, and Random House. As well as illustrating and designing for books, he's created award-winning images for packaging and advertising campaigns.
Thanks, Tara. Let me jump in to answer the next question. Why should anyone listen to us? Well, it's easy. Between the two of us, our experience and knowledge cover a wide range of the skills needed to result in a professional product designed and marketed to achieve an author's goal for that book and their business. Second, we have a proven track record of helping our authors reach the goals they've set for themselves and their books.
And typically, that goal is to build a business and become recognized as an authority in their field. Imagine having a promotional tool for your business that keeps working for you month after month. One of my own books, The Plan That Launched 1,000 Books, is what I used to launch our company, Emerald Lake Books, a number of years ago. Even to this day, it still brings in leads for us, as well as generating visibility and opening up opportunities for us. And that's really what a business building book should do. It should put you in a position where you have more leads, more exposure, and as a result, you earn more money. Not to mention that it feels pretty darn good to be an author. I tell you, it's a great icebreaker at networking meetings. But there are other reasons for writing a book than just being an icebreaker. One of the most important things is for people to understand what their goal is when they write a business building book. What exactly do you want your book to do for your business? There has to be a purpose behind it.
Definitely. There are at least 2 goals you want to keep in mind when you're writing your book. The results you want for your business once the reader has read the book, and what it is you want the reader to actually do, the action you want them to take after reading your book.
That's so true. People ask me all the time, why should I work with Emerald Lake Books, a hybrid publisher, instead of just self-publishing? One of the things I tell them is that while anyone can write a book and anyone can publish a book, ultimately very few are successful with a book. And the reason is people don't know what they don't know. One of the most important things we do when we work with our clients is guide them through the process correctly, ensuring that their goals for both the reader and their business are met. We make sure that they know what we need them to do and in what order. And by the time we're done, your goals for your business and your audience are met because your message and your insights are clear and actionable. Simply put, they generate results.
You mentioned what we need the author to do, and that's because one of the most important things an author needs to do in publishing a book is participate in the process. Any publisher can take your manuscript, put it together so it's printable, and throw it onto Amazon. That's not going to serve your goals. To meet your goals, your publisher has to understand what you probably already know. That is, what your own goals are, especially for this book, and how you want it to build your business. A huge benefit of writing a book for your business is you're establishing your expertise and you're gaining visibility.
That brings to mind a book we worked on with Dr. Marianne Beatty called Living with a Dead Man. She wrote it because she wanted to change an industry. Through her own personal experience, she came face to face with a stark reality. Most medical practitioners are taught how to handle terminal patients, but aren't trained to deal with the family members of those who have received a difficult diagnosis. So she told the story of her family's last year with her husband, who happened to be a death and dying therapist diagnosed with terminal cancer. She wanted to use this as a platform to advocate for more awareness and sensitivity to this underserved demographic. While it took her 12 years to write the story recounting the experiences and lessons she'd learned, when we published and marketed her book properly, it drew the attention she'd hoped to create. Her story gained visibility and invitations to speak at medical conferences, the target audience she wanted to reach.
Now, Taking your book from a manuscript to the marketplace is a straightforward process. You write the book, you position it in the marketplace, you develop your launch plan, publish the book, and market the heck out of it. Those are the 5 simple steps we're talking about. Let's start with the first step and take a closer look. Just how do you write your book? Essentially, there are 3 ways to write a book. You can write it on your own, you can hire an author coach to guide you as you write it, or you can work with a ghostwriter who takes your thoughts and your ideas and molds them into a compelling and informative narrative. Either way, the result is going to be your completed manuscript.
The day you decide your book is done is a memorable one for all authors. I still remember the first time that happened for me, and it certainly was something special. I think what it really came down to, though, was I had no idea what else to do with it but put it out there and see if anyone liked it or not. I didn't know anything about testing the market or doing competitive research or finding a sweet spot in the marketplace where my book was sure to flourish. All I knew was I'd done my best, I had nothing else to add, and there was nothing else left to do for it but to publish it and see what happened. If you've decided your book is done, congratulations are definitely in order. But I hate to tell you this, that was the easy part. The 4 remaining steps, those are like playing a massive game of chess. You have to know the tools you have available to work with as well as how to use them. You have to anticipate what the competition is doing and think multiple steps ahead in order to figure out how to best position your book in the marketplace. And with all that in mind, you also have to develop a strategy that will ensure you'll reach your goals. It's simply not an easy process.
No, it's not. It's not at all. Let's talk for a minute about where you should place your book in the market. You've already positioned yourself and your business in the marketplace to reach your target audience. You know who your ideal client is and what they need from you. As your publisher, we want to be sure your book will reach the people you want to do business with. That's both your past clients, in the case that you're introducing a new product or a service they don't know about, and your future clients, those who don't realize yet that they need what you offer. We'll take a close look at that relationship you have with your ideal readers and help you discover where they are and how to reach them. And of course, who are your competitors in this market? We'll do the research to identify the traits your competitors have in common and how you can be sure to stand out against this crowd. This is where first impressions are critical. One way we solve this is with outstanding designs that captures the eye and demands attention, which we'll talk about in a few minutes.
You know, one of the most beneficial things most authors miss when they decide how to position their book is they forget who they know. No one can successfully launch their book on their own. I don't care how many followers you have on social media or how many people are on your mailing list. You need the support and influence of others to successfully launch any new product, whether it's a book, a brand, a program, or anything else. And it's not just a matter of who you have a personal relationship with. Think, too, of the people you admire who are in the same space. If you've been following them for a while, if you're a customer or client of theirs, and you reach out to them making one specific request for support, many times they're more than willing to help out. The most successful people realize that they didn't get where they are today on their own, and your request gives them a chance to give back and help someone else. If they have the time and the request is clear and specific, they'll seize the opportunity to lend a hand. I've been fortunate enough to secure endorsements from major business figures for my books, including one from a 2-time New York Times bestselling author who said he wished he'd read my book before launching his. And readers often point out that endorsement to me. The name recognition and powerful endorsement lowered the resistance to buy my book for readers who have never heard of me before. The third step in our process is actually to publish the book, and there are so many different elements that go into that.
Yes, and this is the part I love the most. In my world, it's all about the packaging, actually creating your reader's first impression of your business. The lowest possible bar is that this must be a professional design for a book cover. This isn't a PowerPoint presentation. It's not simply a title, your name, and some clip art thrown together at the last minute so you can finally upload your file to Amazon. Your cover needs to reflect the professionalism you bring to your business. This is the first impression your future clients will have about what you're offering. Are they intrigued? Are they enthusiastic? What's the best way to draw them in and make them want to know more? Then we follow through with the book's interior pages. I call this invisible design because it's not something your readers should be aware of. If it's done wrong and gets in the way or is somehow contrary to the ideas you want to convey, it's going to stand out and put its stamp on your reader. Everything about the package has to say you're the expert on this topic and they have to get in touch with you to know more. Now, as we're working on this, there are other choices that have to be made, and one of the most important is how your book will be distributed. And I count on Tara for that.
This is probably the most crucial part of the whole process, because even if you've done everything else perfectly, you can severely limit access to your book by the distribution choices you make now. That's not to say no one will buy it, but fewer people will be able to stumble across it. Libraries, universities, bookstores, and non-bookstore retailers all bring books in using different methods. Ebooks, printed books, and audiobooks can be more widely distributed than Amazon is able to do for you. Yes, Amazon may corner the market, but if you add other distribution channels, you simply create more opportunities for yourself. How you reach your ideal reader in the market is crucial to your distribution choices. The final two steps in the process, launching the book and marketing it, actually take place in parallel with all the design work that's being done as your book is being packaged and readied for production. Your launch strategy may consist of putting together a pre-order campaign or focusing on how you're going to get reviews of your book as soon as possible after it launches, which impacts the SEO and the searchability of the book. It can include a team of volunteers, a street team so to speak, who are involved in helping you get the word out. Look at the people who serve the same audience, but maybe have a slightly different approach to them. Is a joint venture possible? Share your communities with one another and extend your reach. And lastly, there's publicity. Are you going to advertise? Will you do TV appearances, radio broadcasts, or podcasts? Are you going to guest blog? How is it you're going to create visibility for the book? Plan and prepare for these appearances at least 2 to 3 months before your book is released. Build up interest and enthusiasm for the title early so that when it comes out, you have a bestseller right away. None of this can be done in a vacuum, though. The launch requires marketing materials. So, Mark, why don't you share something about the potential marketing materials people may want to use for a launch?
Okay. Your book is going to be a major part of your brand. It's going to help define your relationship with your target audience and extend your influence. Your visual identity, that is, the graphics and images you use to promote yourself and your business, should be a consistent reflection of that relationship and carry through all your marketing materials, whether in print or online. So what materials are we talking about? Well, does your logo or website need a redesign? You should at least have a landing page that focuses on your book. Bookmarks and postcards, something more than just a business card, are a tangible reminder of your appearance. Properly positioned ads in print and social media extend your reach beyond your immediate following. Email campaigns can be crafted to draw leads and widen your impact, and if you're looking at speaking gigs, you should have a one-sheet that offers more information about you, your business, and what you offer. A powerful speaker banner always leaves a good impression. Whatever you use, it should be done in a way that's coordinated so it builds on itself to generate buzz about your book so people are seeking out what you have to offer.
So to sum it all up, getting your book from manuscript to marketplace means following 5 simple steps. You write it, position it, plan it, launch it, and market it. Sounds simple on the face of it, but I think we've shown how many difficult choices have to be made just to stay on the path. Maybe you can do some of it, say 2 or 3 out of the 5 steps, but are you going to buckle down and follow through on everything we've outlined here? Can you handle the simultaneous tracks it takes to have everything ready to go on launch? What if you can have the entire process done by people who have done this before, who have the skills to navigate the process to make sure your book and business get the attention they deserve? You're involved in the process, but it's not taking 100% of your attention. Your focus is on your business. Done correctly, your book will generate more leads, expose more people to your business, and result in more income. Done incorrectly, it won't. It's as simple as that. You don't have the leads, you don't have the visibility, and you're not bringing in any more income. And you've just lost a lot of time on an unfamiliar process you may never need again when you could have been focusing on your business. A successful book can take your business to a whole new level, even positioning you among the leaders in your market, the people who inspired you to do what you do today.
If all that successfully publishing your book did was position you as a leader in your industry, is it worth your time to speak with us? If you believe it is, we invite you to tell us more about you, your book, and what you want to accomplish. Simply fill out the application on the webpage shown on your screen. How would you like to partner with people who care about your project as much as you do? Is your manuscript buried on your hard drive? We speak with people all the time who have been working on their book for years. Not finishing it can become a guilty habit.
You can take that idea and finally put it to work with a company who cares about your success. How would it feel to see others taking action based on what you've shared in your business-changing book? If you want Emerald Lake Books to make that feeling a reality, let us know by filling out an application. Would you like the support of publishing partners who think strategically about your book, knowing what it can do for you and your business?
Emerald Lake Books isn't like other publishing companies that take your money and hand you a book. When you invest in a book with us, you're going to have exactly what you need to generate more leads, gain more exposure, and ultimately earn more money. Are you ready to grow your business?
If you want to see these kinds of results, we invite you to apply to work with us. We're currently accepting a few new authors to work with, and this offer will close once we accept our new clients. Take the next step and see if one of them is you. We're excited to see how we can help you reach the next level in your business. So fill out the application on the webpage shown on your screen.